A professional digital mixer, interface and sound card for less than $100? This has gotta suck. Or does it? This I gotta see. So hello everybody and welcome to a new video and welcome to my channel where we talk about everything music from death metal to Queen and everything in between. So a couple weeks back, the guys at Yinker sent me an email asking me if I wanted to review their new digital mixer sound card, which is this guy right here. And of course I said hell yeah. So they sent it to me for me to check out and review for you guys. And of course I'm gonna leave a link in the description box below to this guy right here, which is $89.99 at the time I am filming this video. Alright, so let's check it out. It actually looks very interesting and I gotta be honest, I have not found any video on this thing on YouTube at all. So I guess I'm one of the first guys to try it out and that's awesome. So thank you guys. Alright, so let's open it up. Let's do a quick unboxing and let's see what it comes with it. Okay, so I'm gonna get rid of the film. Here we go. Okay, so it's nice and snug here. It comes with the owner's manual and it's good for phone and computer, which is really cool. Okay, so of course it tells you how to hook it up and all the good stuff. And here's the item itself. It comes with the wiring box, which I assume it's all of the cables. Okay, so you get two cables. You get a USB-C cable to USB-A, a mini plug to mini plug, which I guess is for phones, and a USB-C to USB-C cable. So yeah, that's it for the cables. And now for the piece or resistance, the mixer itself. All right, so here we go. It actually looks pretty neat. Actually looks really nice, and it feels pretty good. Metal casing, which I appreciate, and the knobs feel really good. There's some faders here, which I'm going to show you later on. And the pads, the little buttons, actually feel pretty good too. It is Bluetooth, so there's a lot of things included on this box that I'm just not going to be able to get to on this first video. But let's plug it in and let's see what it sounds like. Okay, so it's plugged in and ready to go. Ooh. Shiny.
A few moments later.
Okay, so here we go. I actually have it all set up and ready to go. It's actually recording through it. So I am going through the same mic, but instead of going USB as I usually use it, I am going through the XLR connection, which I plugged into the input here. Okay, so there's a couple of things about this that are really interesting. First of all, I like the fact that I can monitor myself through this without having to go into the computer, which is very common, but I didn't expect that to be in here. There's very little latency. Very little, honestly. And the screen is actually pretty good. I like the fact that, you know, it's very colorful, it's very playful, very modern looking. And as you can see, when I speak, it actually moves. It's got like a view meter. So I can see if it's actually coming through into the interface, if, you know, I'm not getting anything on Logic, for instance. Now, there's a couple of things I don't really understand. I got to check it out and, you know, play with it a little bit more, but I don't really know what these do. I mean, if I bring this down and this down and this down and this, you know, it's like, I guess it's like an EQ that's built in. So it would be like a 3-band equalizer for high, mid, and low, and also a volume for all of it together. So this would be like the master, and this would be like a 3-band equalizer on a microphone, which is kind of odd, but you know, it's there. This is the monitor, so this is how loud I am hearing myself through the speakers. I don't know if it's actually doing anything to the recording itself, but this is nothing. I'm getting nothing, and this is all the way up. This is as loud as it gets on my headphones. You, of course, can't hear that, but I can. Okay, so now we have noise reduction, which, you know, if I set it all the way up, I'm getting almost no volume out of this. I don't know how well it, you know, translates into the recording itself. But if I bring it all the way down, then I'm actually getting a little bit more of the ambient sound. So it does what it's supposed to. I don't know if it's great, but I can definitely hear it here. The dodge speed, I don't really know what that is. So I'm not sure. It might have something to do with the noise reduction, but, you know, refer to the manual if needed. And aside from that, we actually have 3 more knobs here, which is recording, accompaniment, and musical instrument, which of course I am dying to try out because it actually has another input, a second input where I can record my guitar with. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go here, I'm going to plug in my guitar into that input, which is right here next to the mic, and I'm going to make sure that it actually works. I just want to check out and see whether or not there's a lot of latency. All right, so let's see what it sounds like. Okay, as you can see, it actually goes up in increments, so that'll be 3. So that's what the guitar sounds like. There's no latency because I'm monitoring straight from here. So I am just getting the clean guitar with a little bit of, the gain that I'm added from the unit itself. That's pretty interesting. There's something I'm not figuring out, and that is the fact that whenever I bring up the volume on the musical instrument thing, I am actually bringing out the gain on the microphone itself too. So it tends to distort. See? Check, 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 check. If I bring it down, check, 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 check. I mean, it's a little bit better, I guess. I'm just not figuring it out completely. But it works. There's something there that I gotta check out and make sure that I'm setting up correctly. It's actually distorting a little bit too much, if you ask me. But that might just be the fact that I don't know what I'm doing, not yet anyway. So I'm gonna bring down the musical instrument. I'm gonna bring out the recording thing, and that's distorting a lot. That's a little bit better. All right. Bring this up. Bring the volume up here so that I can hear myself. That's actually not all that bad. Gonna get rid of the noise reduction, and that actually sounds a little bit better. So that might have been it. Get rid of the dodge speed, and that actually sounds even better, at least out of my headphones. But yeah. What's the voice changer? Let's try that out.
Check 1 2. Check 1 2. Okay. That is awesome. Oh man. I mean,
This is actually intended. Oh no. This is actually intended for like podcasting and stuff like that, just streaming. So, I mean, just the fact that you can do this on the fly, it's actually kind of cool.
wow. So how do we go back to the regular voice?
Check 1 2, check 1 2. Okay, so you've got like really low, then you have really high, then you have like not as, or maybe even lower, and this is not as high. Get rid of the studio effect.
That's sort of my voice. That's something else though. So I'm gonna do this. Okay, so that's how you set that up. Okay, so you gotta go into studio effect and then go to the reverberation and add that. Okay, so here we go. More reverb, a lot of reverb. Lead singer, let's see what that is. Hello, hello. I'm having a blast here, I gotta tell you. I mean, original sound. Okay. I mean, that's a learning curve for sure, but it's a lot of fun at least. Let's see what else is here. Slap in the face. Okay, super loud. Fist. So I get that. I get it. I mean, it's my first time with it, and it's a very complex machine apparently. But, really cool stuff. Let me show you what it's got. It's got power switch and 48 volts for your phantom power, 2 headphones out. So you can actually monitor 2 people at the same time. That's kind of cool. You have an XLR input. You have your musical instruments, so a 1/4 inch. Then you have another microphone for like a mini plug input, headset if you want to put in some headphones here. Accompaniment, like if you have an MP3 player with an auxiliary output, you could go into this. And then live broadcast interface 1 and 2. Then you have the USB plug, which is this here, which I am actually using to connect the interface to Logic. And then the last thing here is the Type-C power, which I assume is for charging the battery, which has lasted this long and it's only used up 2 of the lines on the battery, so about 50%. So that's pretty cool. All right, I'm gonna have to play with this a little bit more, but for 89 bucks, it really seems like it's a really cool interface. I love the fact that it's battery powered, so I can just unplug it and it'll keep on working even though it's not plugged into anything. So that's kind of cool. But I just don't know how well it sounded